Hey guys, welcome to our very first, what are we calling this? Movie time with DMarie and Ashley. So, Ashley and I wrote each other a list of 10 movies because we came to realize that we don't really have movie love in common, not a lot of it. So, we made each other a list of 10 movies that we have to see. And for our first video, we're just going to review one movie at a time. So the first movie I watched on Ashley's list was Alfie. Ashley, what movie did you watch?
Um, what was that? Oh, Shakespeare in Love.
So, what was your overall opinion of Shakespeare in Love?
It was pretty good. I'm the type of person that, like, when I watch a movie, I let my opinions of the actor or actress kind of sway my opinion and get in the way of the character that they're trying to portray. And so, like, as soon as I saw that the actress was Gwyneth Paltrow, I was like, she was with Chris Martin from Coldplay, and I'm a huge Coldplay fan. And I was like, and I bet you she cheated on him, and that's why they got divorced. And so the whole movie, I'm like thinking about their relationship.
Oh man. Well, overall I have to say Alfie was okay, but when it ended, I will never watch this movie again. I did not like it. Which is surprising for me because I love Jude Law. I really love Jude Law, but it was too chick flicky for me. I felt like some chick who got hurt by a chauvinistic guy wrote a movie to say, hey, look, this guys are pigs and they get their feelings hurt too, but they try to make it look like they're not, and it just sucked. I just wasn't happy. I was like, for me, I guess it was like, all right, this is life. I don't really care. I think the thing that annoyed me the most about that movie is when Susan Sarandon's character told him that the other guy was younger than him. I just felt like how dare he get upset that she's banging somebody else when
Yeah.
that's what he does. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Really? I just didn't like it.
I told you she didn't read the Cliff Notes. John, when I told John what we were doing, he was all like, yeah, she's not watching your horrible movies. She's just going to read like the synopsis and then like talk about what she reads. She is not going to watch your movie.
I forced myself. I did. And actually, I was complaining to my sister, and she's like, well, why are you torturing yourself? Because I told Ashley I would,
What a
but
good friend you are.
this is
But you know what?
torture.
It is an equally collateral damage here because your list isn't any better to me than mine is to you. So we're not doing each other any favors here. But my goal at the end of this, and the whole point of this challenge, was that even if it's just like one movie out of the 10 where you're like, you know, that was a really good movie. I'm really glad that you had me watch that. I was very skeptical, but I liked it. If I could hear that for one out of the 10 movies, I'll be happy.
I'm hoping. I'm hoping. I really thought Alfie was going to be the one to be that one.
Just
And
because
I
you
was
love
so
it.
disappointed when it wasn't.
Yeah.
It made me worry, is there going to be anything on this list that I'm going to like?
Well, I'm surprised that I actually even put that on the list because I think I've only watched that movie once, and I'm thinking that I was getting Alfie confused with Closer because they both have Jude Law in it.
Well, you put Closer on the list too.
Yeah, and the Closer to me is way better than Alfie.
Well, I'll watch Closer next.
Okay.
But
I thought
the
you saw Closer. You've never seen Closer?
no, that's how it ended up on the list because I wasn't sure. And after I read the blah blah blah, like I came to realize I haven't seen Closer.
Okay. Well, I think you'll like that one a lot better.
Fingers crossed. So, what did you like
Hear
and
what
not
I
like?
think about Sense and Sensibility?
Huh?
I keep thinking Sense and Sensibility, but it's Shakespeare in Love. But Sense and Sensibility is on your list.
Yes. So, what did you think of Shakespeare in Love?
I don't know. I just kept trying to compare it to like all of the very first thing that I said to John, I was like, oh, great. It's an old movie. Like, not old like black and white, but old like it says, like, when you're watching the movie, like the first minute, it says something about Elizabethan period or something. And I was like, oh, gosh. I have to try to pay attention to what they're saying because they speak in old English and I have to like translate it into real English words. And so I actually had to get the headphones and plug them into my laptop so that I didn't have any outside distractions because it's pretty much, even though it's English, it's like another language. And so like, and there's no subtitles, but I mean, it was pretty good. I was interested in some parts of it. I was like yelling at the computer, like when he was like on the boat with her and she was dressed like the boy. And I was like, seriously, you don't know that's her, really? The only difference between the girl and this boy sitting in front of you is that it's a girl with a fake mustache and a hat on. Really, you don't know that that's her?
Hey, look, if Superman can fool you with glasses and a
That's
suit,
stupid too.
I agree. I agree.
The same thing that
I don't know.
woman doesn't know that Batman is Batman by just looking at his eyes and his mouth.
Right.
I would know.
Right. Well, I gotta say, I picked this movie because, well, one, you didn't see it, which I just thought was crazy. And two, I guess I liked it because I like Romeo and Juliet. Like, I don't like Romeo and Juliet
I
for
do
the.
too, though. But I like the Claire Danes, Leonardo DiCaprio version.
I don't dislike that version. I like it. I own it. I watch it tons of times. I just, I don't know. I come from a big Shakespeare family, so like we read a lot of Shakespeare. And when that movie came out, my dad thought it was like the worst thing in the world, but I liked it. But I like this movie because it's the parallels of it, and they almost try to make you think like this is how he wrote Romeo and Juliet. So I just thought that was really cute about that movie, and it's like the one, and it's like the type of love story I like. The guy doesn't want in the end. Like I love that kind of love story.
Yeah. I
I,
liked the Queen in the movie because she was like so like rude to everybody.
agree. I like her. I like that she looked beyond, wasn't thinking, oh, I have to arrest this chick for being an actor. But I also like Elizabethan period type movies, so.
Well, I liked Ever After, and would that be considered Elizabethan?
Sorta, I
I love
guess.
Ever After. But I have to ask you because I got lost at the end of Shakespeare in Love. Like, I don't know. I must have seriously missed like three very important words that were said at the end because all of a sudden, like, they're sitting there talking, and this was after like the Queen. Like, that whole part was just confusing to me. Like, the Queen was like calling her by her boy name. Like, I
Well,
forgot.
because the queen knows that she would have to uphold the law and arrest this woman for acting. Women couldn't act then, so she
So
kept
she was
calling her
trying to
by,
say that she was a guy.
huh?
So the Queen was trying to say that she was a guy.
Yeah, so she was just trying to play into the fact that this is a guy. Like, no, this isn't a girl. This is a guy. I know you're a girl. I'm not stupid. And I'm just kind of saying you are a guy so that I don't have to arrest you. And then, like,
Well,
but
like
she
I
was
got
basically,
that part, but I didn't get what she was saying to. Was it her son? Was the guy that she was supposed to marry her son?
no, he wasn't her son, but he was an aristocrat who got his permission to marry her. And it's like, I can't, she basically was telling her, like, hey, you married him. You have responsibilities. You gotta go. You gotta be with him.
So I didn't get, that was the part I didn't get. Like at the very end, I couldn't figure out if she did end up having to stay married to him and then like they were together, because when they showed her like on a beach or whatever, like she was just by herself. Like I didn't understand what happened.
Yeah, they were going to America, and so they were kind of alluding to the fact that maybe there was a shipwreck and she was going to be on her own. And but they were alluding to Shakespeare's story Love's Labor's Lost. And so that was kind of what they were alluding to.
Yeah, the end just went.
I'm glad I didn't put much to do about nothing on your list. That's another one of my favorite Shakespeare in like movies, but I think that entire movie you'd be sitting there going, "What?"
Probably. I get very easily confused.
Well, Alfie is a no-go again for me.
We have to come up with like some kind of grading scale. Like, you know how Siskel and Ebert had like the thumbs up thing, and then like what is it? Rotten Tomatoes has like tomatoes like rating scale. Like we
Well,
have
how
to,
would we rate it?
I don't know.
My rating is would I watch it again or not? And I definitely say not.
That's not a good, like you have to do like on a scale of like 1 to 5.
Okay. On a scale of 1 to 5, I 5 being the best and 1 being the worst, I felt Alfie was a 2. It wasn't disastrously horrible. I would never watch it again though.
I think that Shakespeare in Love, that's what it's called, right? That's what it's called.
Yep.
Okay. I think it was a 3, because it definitely had like a good storyline. It had a little bit of funny, it had a little bit of lovey-dovey. Um, it was pretty good. Like I wouldn't probably watch it again, but it wasn't bad.
Okay. So I'm harder on your movie than you were on mine. All right, guys, thank you for watching us talk about the movies on each other's lists. If you guys want to add to our list, because there's only 10 movies, and once we're done that, maybe we'll do something that you want us to watch. Comment below and tell us what you want us to watch. And
Yeah.
if you've seen these movies and you think we're being too hard on them, tell us what you like about these movies.
Or hate.
All right, make sure you, or hate, yes. Like, subscribe, and comment, and we'll check you later. Bye.